I am going from $0 to $30,000 with my AI products live on this channel. First, we'll go through general updates, then technical, then the plan of action. First, got a question from someone that is a suggestion that we can do both on the paid community side as well as the distribution through the ads. And he was asking what is the reason why I don't like the community and why I don't want to position one prompt as the community. This is kinda a very broad topic for discussion. I think I already touched it a few times. In a nutshell, I think that the communities are overrated and they are not as useful as they seem to be, specifically for general automation space. Now, if we look at any of the communities right now, either free or paid, they will consist out of a few parts. So this is the thread where people asking questions and trying to engage, right? And this is what it's called, like community, where you meet each other and you hang out. In theory, it's great, right? In reality, when I do think so, for example, if you have some breed of a dog that has like a certain like disease or certain behaviors, and you want to talk to the owners that feeling like the same way, that's really good. Okay, the problem, it's like you would want to be in the community. Same thing with maybe parenting or anything, like essentially anything. I do believe that communities are great. The problem with automation niche is that maybe it's so generic. I'm like still also trying to figure out like myself, because guys, and this is like what I'm trying to balance, because on one side, people like communities, but I feel like that's weird to say, but I feel like they are wrong. Okay, and it's I know that when you think that your customer is wrong, it's you wrong, not them. But I feel like they just join the communities in the hope of getting something, when in reality they will not get anything from the community back, but rather they will get a, let's say, a really good, if it's like a good community, they will get really good results from the maybe classroom, like the course, maybe from one-on-one consultations, or office hours with some experts or stuff like that. But they will not get any value from these threads and like trying to meet people. And again, I know there are a lot of people that did it, a lot of people met others within this space, and the reason for it is that like the space is very new, right? And there are so many things going on, and when it's gonna evolve, AI will eventually be everywhere. And I think the community around selling AI, or community about like building AI solutions, it's too generic for the community to be in. Like imagine, okay, so now this is a good reference. So imagine the community about business, like a group or like a mastermind about the business. And there are like business masterminds, obviously, when people are trying to go to the next stage or whatever. So, but if you are talking with the same businesses, so if you're like an agency or like mastermind, or if it's the mastermind for like plumbers, like, or mastermind for car dealership, so it's like, or the community for car dealership owners, so it's better than just general business community. Like, what type of the questions business owners will ask here? And again, so most of the people that ask things here are not business owners. They are people that are trying to build something, and that's okay. Okay, what I'm saying is that sure, so what are so they are like asking random questions, and it's good when you're trying to expand your reach and when you're trying to learn different things. But like in reality, it's the same thing with the business. You're not gonna get any value when you go to the onto the third stage. Okay, and this is just my perception. So I think that people still value communities right now, and that's why you see that people are pulling up the crazy numbers. But I think it's gonna be it's not gonna be over, but the hype around it will be kind of done, and they will form into micro communities, into the communities that specific on the one like on just one topic, or on just the subscription models that I'm trying to do that is offering something more, right? And that's why I'm trying to balance. Maybe like, and I would love to see this video after the launch, after I launch one prompt in like 1 or 2 months, and I hope I will not regret. But I do believe that, I do think that if I launch just $79 community instead of doing the licensing model for getting just say, hey, $79 community, this is what you get. Like, join my community, not get my license, join my community. This is the positioning. If you really ask me to bet my whole net worth on what's gonna do better, posting it as a community or posting it as a licensing model, I would say community. So the community will, make me more money right now than the licensing. Now, what the fuck? Why then I am planning to do the licensing? Because I'm thinking long term. And I know I hate myself for this. I swear, like, I hate myself for this. I'm like thinking 5 years ahead, 3 years ahead, and 10 years ahead. But like, when I at the same time say no one knows what's gonna happen with the AI space, and obviously it's gonna be there, but like how it's gonna evolve. So, and that's why I lost so much already. Like, within the 99 players, I understand. As I told you, if I would, launch instead of like launching the high ticket, if I would just launch the community, I would make more money. I would. Like, I'm pretty sure. Not pretty, like, I would bet again. So if I need to bet, I would bet on the community. So right now, yes, probably. Now I'm thinking. Because the licensing model is very unique. And you will, so on the update, so I'll tell you what I already did. So I created the webinar and created the LinkedIn post. I'll like walk you through them, but the licensing looks so good. It looks so good, but I feel like a lot of people I believe that most of the people will join not because of the software, but because they want to learn maybe. And this is also the very important difference for me to understand why, like, what is the ICP? Because if you tell me, hey, Eugene, like, think about yourself like a year ago or 2 years ago when you were starting out, or even like 6 months ago when you're like still exploring a lot of different solutions, what would you want? Yeah, I would probably say, yeah, so do I want just, do I want the template? Do I want like the software, the suite of automations, or do I want the learning? I mean, I'm a pretty good learner, so I can learn anything pretty fast. So I would say the template. So I would, yeah. And I don't want the community. I do. So I'm telling you, I do want the community myself. I am talking with you guys. I'm talking to 5 people on this on this channel. Please support me in the comments. Like, tell me that I'm not talking only to myself. But I would love to have a community with, people selling information or like launching products in the AI space to the like communities and like info products and like monetizing their audience. There are guys, again, so all of these guys, like, they do monetize, but I don't trust them. They are, so I just don't trust people in general usually, because I feel like even if there would be, they will not like share everything. So I have one of my clients, by the way, from the Quimple. He has a 1.5 million Instagram followers. So he's like a pretty big coach on Instagram. And I'm not gonna say his name, but they're like doing multiple 6 figures a month. Let's put it that way, okay? So they're doing multiple 6 figures a month. So he's like, and when I talk to him, just as because we are like talking about like AI integration, but I'm also like asking for the suggestions for like just me overall, and obviously I learn from him. So I'm curious. It's not like learning because we have different models, but it's more like I trust that he's telling the truth, right? But here, I don't know. And like what they can tell me, they will probably tell me that, yeah, bro, like we have like 1K followers with 70, like we're making 70 grand. Like do the community. What the fuck? Like no one's doing licensing. So just do the community. What's up? Like it's not a problem. So I would love to have like honest discussion with, with the people that already kind of showing the results, but I feel like, yeah, I don't have any network and I don't, it's hard for me to trust someone. So yeah. But what I'm saying is that I need to understand the ICP really well and understand what they're wanting, because the final question for the today would be to like, do I want a high ticket or low ticket, which is again super controversial compared to what I told you, in the previous videos. The thought that I got literally like yesterday when I was going to bed. So so finalizing this thing, I do think that if I start the community, just the community, I will make more money. If I start the licensing, I feel like it's gonna be a long-term game, just because as he said, also I can run the ads on the website and build the community on school, but not the community, but like he's actually saying like the community, right? So he's not saying licensing. So maybe this, right? So maybe the licensing plus the community. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I guys, like super confusing, but I feel like for now I will make more money here, but this is the long-term game. And maybe deeply somewhere I feel like I'm not I'm trying to think too much ahead and I just need to try to make money. And obviously help people. I don't want to fucking create something and I can like bet everything that I mean, saying that these things are not super useful, it's also dumb. People joining, there's, and the churn probably, 20-30%. So, I mean, some people like it, I guess. So, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I really don't know. So probably I'll still probably do the licensing, and it's more about myself. This is why I hate I hate it. I want to be different, and I want to do something unique, and I'm like a creator. So see, like I created this channel. I know that I'm not probably gonna get too much out of it. It's not gonna get too much traction, which is unfortunate. I want people to watch it, but I like to I like to record content. I like to talk about different things. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I will regret it. I regret right now that I didn't launch the community 99 players? Yeah, I do. I do. So I don't want to experience this the same way. But at that time, I didn't have the licensing. So I would still probably go with the licensing. I don't know. Okay. So didn't answer anything. Created the webinar. Now, I decided that, okay, so let's do the launch. Okay. We did a so here's how I decided to for how the launch is going to be. Okay, so I decided that the launch will be actually a webinar, right? So on the webinar, I will give the actual like licenses, right? So and like the early bird price, it will be, so if right now I'm thinking about $79, I am thinking about to give it for $69 on the webinar, right? I feel like it's too much for what people are getting. So maybe do $89 eventual price and do 79 for the early bird. I don't know. Yeah, so and I decided, okay, so I announced the webinar. By the way, if you're gonna watch the video, so there's like a first link in the description. It's gonna be watched by 3 people, but whatever. So I'll post it so you can register there. I created because I have the one prompt website, right? So my newsletter, Eugene Kadzin, is on the Beehive. So I decided, because like it's gonna be on Zoom, right? So the actual webinar gonna be on Zoom. So I created the webinar link on Zoom. There are a few softwares that I wanted to use, but they're crazy expensive. So like even for me, so it's like 600 a month for 100 people. So it's like what? Anyway, so it created on the Zoom. All right. And I could like give people access here, they will register. But now I want to have their emails and I can export it. So, but I want to nurture people a bit. So essentially it's literally in 8 days. So I didn't give myself much time. So maybe I needed to push it to Thursday, but yeah, I decided to do it Tuesday. I feel like we're gonna make it. So yeah, that's Tuesday soon. Okay. So I'm planning to start sending to gather people and start sending them emails on just overview to make them a bit more warm and prepare for the actual webinar so that they make decision fast. And I decided to do it on Beehive and not do anything else. So on Beehive, I created the website, right? Not just like website, just the sign up thing, and connected my domain here. I connected my email, which is eugene@oneprompt.com. So once people sign up, and it looks like this. So once they sign up here, they get redirected to the sign up. So they sign up like multiple times essentially so they sign up here, the email gets added, and as you can see, I have 85 people, which is unfortunate. I wanted to have more, but I haven't even started the newsletter. So, and then they register for the webinar, right? If we go to the webinar, let's see how many has registered. So the post on LinkedIn was, the Engagement Geek post, as always, like I am launching my SaaS. Was giving, get early bird access, was giving something. If you want me to get the access, post one prompt. So they are posting one prompt, and I'm in the DMs, I'm sending them the link to one prompt. They sign up, and that's it. Okay. So there is some, and obviously because this is a multi-step, I'm pretty sure I'm losing some people. It's probably going to be like 75, so I'm probably losing like 10%. On the registrations, just because maybe the second page doesn't load or anything. But I decided to keep it still with the Beehive so that I can I can nurture these people. If you go to the participants, where is it? Wait, is it in? It's here. Okay, invitations. Okay, this is super 17. Okay. I mean, but still, I will remind them to sign up, because you see from here, like 15 people didn't sign up. I'm not sure why, but what I also want to do is I will create on LinkedIn, I will create a webinar link, because you can create an event, I can send 1,000 invitations in 1 week to all of my connections, which is not a lot. I mean, it's a lot, but in terms of I would want like to send to all of them. So, but if I do it today, I could then do it Tuesday, literally. So another like 300 or 400, because it's going to be the same day. Maybe more people will join, but I need to do it today for sure. And I feel like I need to start doing it now, because it's going to be in 5. So my time is going to be in 5 hours. So yeah, whatever. It's probably not going to be more than 1,000. So my goal is, obviously most of the signups will be from my newsletter. The goal is to have like 500 people. And from the 500 people, I think maybe 150 will show up, hopefully. So the goal is to have like 200 people to show up. Okay, and now the most important thing, guys. Okay, promote on LinkedIn. So this is the thing that I want to talk about. because obviously on technical updates I was playing around with it, trying to design the thing. So I got the HR Pro tool for $100. These are the guys that offer white label support, right? So because this is like my own SaaS and I need to have a support besides something in school, so they have the same way as you have in the Go High Level, right? So here support with Go High Level, but on my side, and I have it just because I'm the agency owner, but my sub accounts will not have it. So you can get this white labeled version of the support in the chat for all of the people. So they will help my people with the software with just the Go High Level. But in the school, we'll also have, it's more like about the actual builds, because these guys will not help you with the build. They'll help you with something is broken or something, is weird going on. Okay. Talking to providers, I guess I did not updated this. Okay. So this is the main topic for the discussion. Okay. The high versus low ticket. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something crazy, and please, I swear to God, can you please let me know? Like, can you help me? I mean, if you watch this video, if you have your opinion about it, I would love you to share it in the comments. So, my goal is to hit $20,000 a month. Okay. Obviously, I'm like telling in the intro, going from 0 to 30K MRR, sure. So, but okay, so the actual tangible goal is 20,000 MRR, okay? So 20,000 MRR is, so 20,000 MRR, right? So, and let's say 20K a month. If I'm selling for 79, so let's say $80 per month, with a churn of, there's gonna be like a calculator needed, I guess. Let's say calculator online. Okay, so, but I'm not gonna. So, essentially, my goal is to have $20,000 per month with this thing on the recurring basis. So, out of the 20,000, right? So it's 250. Okay, I know that. So, I didn't skip the math. So yeah, it's 250. So I need 250 users of my license for $80. Now, the most important question is the churn. Because like you need to keep up this number. So what's the churn gonna be? I told you that Nick Sarayev is also doing the daily updates or something, whatever. So he was showing his school here, and he has, I believe, 20% churn. The main thing with his maker school is that it's like month to month. So it's like you first month you unlock the second month, third month. So I have a very similar structure with one prompt. With 99 players, but they pay upfront everything and then they get access, which is again super weird because like obviously whatever. So so he has the thing that is made for the retention, and he has 80%. I am the software, so technically I should have less, but I do not feel like. If you already probably see that I'm very pessimistic usually, and I'm trying to be super conservative. So I'm trying to say, okay, let's say my churn is gonna be 70%, which, guys, I feel like, yes, this will be the only thing where you need to be. Like, you don't need anything else. You don't need any other community, because you will be able to answer all of the questions right there. It's going to be, ongoing updates to these solutions, and you have the software, which is also cheaper. You have the weekly, me, so you can ask with me weekly calls on the business side of things or in anything. So it's the ultimate, and see, like, it's the ultimate community, or like it's ultimate group that you can be. So I feel like it should not be lower, but it will. Like I mean, Yeah, I think that it's will for some reason. I don't know. So if we 250, if we multiply it by 0.3, 75 people. And let's say even more. Let's say do like 68% or something, which is horrible. I know that, if I would probably show it to Harmozy or like some other dude who's in the game, they'll say, bro, like with this churn, there's no way you're gonna make it. There's no way. But see, like in reality, what I'm thinking also is back to the community. Maybe if this is the churn, if this will be my churn, I want to target this and keep the community for 250 members, because if I will be able to do it with this churn, I will, like, if the churn will be here, and obviously you need to improve it. Like, you have a lot of the tools to try to engage with the user and help them out, so you can work on this. What I'm saying is that I want to build a business plan around this churn, and if I will be able to sustain 200 first, like get, and then sustain 250 clients and make 20 grand, then I'll grow. And see, already it's kind of very different. Why? Like, I'm not saying I want to grow by 100 members every week, or sorry, every week, every month, or every week, sustaining the churn, with the churn, like gaining new subscribers and growing, because I have hard time believing in myself. Okay, it's just true, and I'm trying to work on it. But yeah, so this is just hard truth. So essentially, 80%. And it might be weird. Sorry, this is kind of emotional video, but like, it might be weird because I know that this will be the best product on the market. Like, this will be the ultimate. And I'm trying to see the problem. I don't even know how to call it. The software, the ultimate software that you need for the, should I just position it as a software? Because I don't want to kind of lie to people and myself that it's because it's high level. But if I am like putting all my solutions and I'm like improving them and I'm adding new features and I'm getting the support, is it my software? Because I don't want to call it a community, because I feel like they're gonna be dead. So I feel like this is gonna be like the ultimate software / community, let's put it that way, that anyone would need. If obviously there are more use cases. I'm not saying that this is like the only thing, right? So no, it's more for the majority of my audience. So this is what they want. Okay, I feel like so. Maybe I'm wrong, because this is like, you can get the support, you can get the tools to sell, you can already implement the solutions into your business. They're robust, they're production ready, they show the value for our clients, so we have an experience. So, and even having all this, I'm not confident. And I'm not confident I'm confident in the solution. I'm not confident in myself explaining and articulating it properly. See here, guys, this is not a webinar. This is not like a promotional video. This is just my thoughts. So I'm super honest. I can tell you anything. And like, even having hard time to, am I like, I think I'm showing you the value. So yeah, I'm just having hard time to believe in myself as a marketer and not as a builder and creator. Anyways, so the idea is that I will get 80%. Okay, sorry. So I would need to get to sustain this income from the software revenue. I would need to have 200 people active. So I would need to get them first and then have 80 people monthly. I swear to God, I don't know if it's possible. And guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that I don't need to say that. I need to be confident. But like, bro has 1.2 thousand people for $66. Yeah, sure. Maybe it's $80 or like $79. So it's $15 more. Yeah, but maybe it's like on the psychological side, it's much easier. Okay, and Nick has 50,000 followers. I already have like 7K on my main YouTube, and let's say he doesn't have LinkedIn. I have the LinkedIn 10, but I'm not gonna like multiply it by, so I have like 10, let's say. I'm 5 times smaller than him, so technically, if he is making $60,000 with this, I'm supposed to make I'm 5 times less, right? So it's 12K. So see, this is not, I mean, how, and obviously on the reputation side, now it's about the reputation. He is a really good articulator. He can like really sell the shit out of this thing. And I mean, he's good. Like I'm not saying that he's not, but no, I'm looking at this as from the marketing perspective. And like these bros, this bro is okay. So, okay, this is the goal. And see, this is how I am supposed to aim if I would like launch a community. I think it's logical. And he has, okay, so Nick has 2 communities. So it's, see, like this, now it's super simple. Like even if I am at the same level as him, I think I'm, in terms of the technical aspect and the experience of, the business and the actual like practical knowledge, I'm better. But I'm not better marketer. So yeah. So I'm not sure, like, because back to the webinar, let's say we'll have, 200 people attending, which I don't think that we will. Probably 150. Sorry, try to be pessimistic again. Which is a lot, guys. But okay, so how many people? Like, and again, here you can say, watch the videos from, because the webinars is, how info products were selling for the whole history of info products. Usually people say 5 to 10% is the good conversion, or like 15% from the webinar, but I'm not sure if it's relevant right now, especially with this niche. So let's say 5. No, 5 is like 7. But okay, so this is, see, for example, 150 people. It says 5 to 15%, but they are selling high ticket. Like this is if you watch any of the, a guru on how to sell, information, how to sell your service. If it's through the webinar, this is what you aim for, like ClickFunnels, whatever. So this is what this is what everyone's doing. And obviously, I am not the best presenter on the webinar, but even if it's like 5 or 11, I mean, it's 7 people. And if 7 people for like 3K, that's a difference. But 7 people for 80K, that's shit. So, okay, we can say, hey, Eugene, we're probably going to get more because the people are interested. No, this is not correct. Because I am pretty sure that most of these people are just like, I'm not sure, like they are just joining for fun, like to see, because everyone is exploring the space. That's why the space is different, because the audience that watch you are not, it's like if you record the content about how to, produce pillows, you will get people who are interested in production pillows. But in the AI, it's different. Like it's a lot of people interested in this. So that's why the audience is kind of not super tight. So how, like, okay, this will be an actual really good video because I'm gonna, I'm telling you my predictions. We'll see how it goes. So what do we think, guys? Out of the 150 people that show up, how many will buy? I think 10. I think 10. Right, like I think 10 will buy in right after the webinar, or like on the webinar. Probably not on the webinar, but right after. And obviously this is not the only source, guys. Like I will have a YouTube videos, I will have my like the newsletter where I will announce it, and I will create the videos. So the marketing strategy for it is I will create, like I'm creating the videos right now on YouTube, on my main YouTube, about the walkthroughs of these things. And now like join join to get this. But even if we get like 20 people, which I don't think so, it's nothing from here. See, and this is what I don't understand. I just don't. Like, and I know I don't need to point at this like launch webinar, but the same thing applies to like if you publish a really good video. And my videos are not performing really well recently, the last one at least. So it depends on the algorithms, and the webinars are like more like in kind of structured way of getting clients through the funnel. So 250 people, that's a lot. I feel like that's a lot. And see, even under my videos, and this is the difference, guys. If I am like, I am not gonna like just start, making all of my videos about, one prompt. I would have a lot of the, case studies and kind of how to do something, and we'll do it on one prompt and say, hey, get the license to my software and join below on the link or something like that. But I don't think that other people that will from other videos will join, because like, for example, there's video which is unrelated. When it's community, it's super straightforward. Like, you're like doing different things there and people can join from different videos. But on the one prompt, I'm not sure if they're gonna watch and join from the videos which are not related to the specific case study of the one prompt. I mean, they will probably open the link, they'll go to school, they'll see my presentation video, maybe, but I'm not sure. So 250 people. That's a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot. For $80. And then every month I need to have 80 people. Every month. I'm telling you, like, I don't know. It seems a lot. So, and now the question began is that I thought to myself, okay. And I swear, guys, this is literally the exact same type of the conversation that I had with myself when I was launching 99 Players. And this is why I decided to go to high ticket. I was like, I think I remember I was like doing the same type of the stats, and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to 150 people. And it's funny because like this bro, and he started to pop up obviously, and like if you watch him, like his paid community already at 600 members. And it's like, it grew in like 2 months. But he has already 60k subs on the YouTube. He has more than Nick. But Nick is a different story because he has more trust, so this is kind of... So, yeah. I don't know. Like this, it seems like a lot. So, and what I'm thinking is, what if I can just charge high ticket? Like, why do I need to sell the licensing for $80? And guys, I know, I'm sorry to say that, like, for those of you who watch this, there are like 3 people anyways, and was hoping from the video on to get the access to the licensing. I know that you will probably root for the for the lower ticket. If this video gets viral somehow and a lot of people will watch it, I would love to know your opinion. Trying to be, I would love your opinion, not as a user, but more from my perspective as well as the user. So it's not like what will benefit you, but what will benefit me, because you, okay, so it's like $80, sure, like you'll get the license. But from my side, if I like charge 3.5k, I'll just get like 6 people a month. And that's it. Okay. Now, obviously, when I get 250 people, this is a monthly retainer. So even next month is minus 80. I will still have like, even if I don't get anything, I'll still have like 14 or something K, right? So it's yeah, and I know there is, please don't comment like, yeah, you need the return in value. This is where the actual enterprise value lies, like the lifetime, like whatever subscription is the thing. Yes, but again, if you watch the coaches and info products, the community model is just something recently started to pop up. There are much more people making money with just one time, like high ticket or mid ticket things. So, I mean, because like here, if we're thinking that the lifetime value based on this LTV of the customer, it's not going to be, so they will, when one customer joins, they're not gonna pay 80. So I am gonna get from them like $150 or something like that. And again, don't want to explain it too much, but I'm like generalizing. But so when people join, I understand that this is what I get from them as the lifetime value. Obviously, some will cancel the first month, second, third. So, but this is the lifetime value of the customer. So essentially, what I would need is to have, I don't need to have like 250 people right away that joins, right? Okay, so this is a good stats to have. It's probably going to be 150, okay? Which is good, because it's 250 now, it's really good. But let's say it's 150 lifetime value of the customer, so it's about doubling the actual monthly price. So out of the 250, divide by, out of the 20,000 dividing by 150, we're getting 133. So I would need to have 133 new members per month. And I know that it's super confusing. I was like thinking also about it a lot. So like 80 and 183, but think like, because you don't need the initial capital here. So this is more accurately, this is how you like more accurately can present and think about the venture, is that you need to have this, and like first month and the second month you also need to have this, okay? So you don't need to have 250 right away, so that then 80, but this is what you need to have every month. So yeah, like you will have less people in terms of like, you'll not have 250 and you will not make 20 grand per, or will you? Wait, so I'm not sure. So the idea is that you will get this every, right? So every month. And if we get this every month and compare it to 3.5K that I could charge, right? I need 6 people. And that's it. Like, tell me what is better, like to get 130 people to pay me $80, right? Or to have 6 people pay me 3.5K every month. And unfortunately for you, if you ask me to bet my whole net worth, let's say this is easier. Would you say? Would you agree? Like, I mean, I'm not saying like if you really need to make the decision, like if this is gonna be your life depend on this, on your bet, and now you say, holy fuck, Eugene, like what, like why you started to create the licensing model is this is like 99 players. Uh, but yeah, but 99 players is focusing on the business side of things only. So it's like, but this is, it's the actual licenses. So, and we can position it as the 3.5K on the year. Let's do the year. And they'll have year access to high level for free, which is by itself, by the way, worth fucking $3,000 or $3,600 or something. No, probably less, 3,000 for 297 plan, or like at least $1,000. I mean, I will I would scam a few of my subs that already told that it's ladybugs, but okay. A few of the people that were reaching out to me on LinkedIn. But do you think if I have like 150 people joining the webinar, there will be 6 people that for this specific thing would pay me 3.5K? There is a difference. So I was launching 99 players through the webinar, and I was not able to get 6 people to pay me 4 figures, which is in similar range. But this is different, right? This is business. This is more like, okay, I help you to, I teach you how to build this thing up long term. This is like, you pay and you get the result right away. So you like, it's very understandable. You have the snapshot, and then you and that's it. And you like have everything, and like the support, the yearly, the software. So you have everything. So it's very tangible. Remember what I was what we were like speaking about like before? It's super tangible. I obviously would want to have a retainer that I don't want to rely on the monthly. But again, to have a retainer, I would need to have first like these people, and then like still okay. So let's say let's put it that way. If this is the thing, right? So let's say this is the thing and I'm making 20 grand. Do I think, and I need to have 80 people per month. So do I think that if 80 people will buy this thing for $79, do I think that at least 6 people will pay 3.5K? No, this is a different story. I don't think so. I mean, this is different. So I think it's very hard to compare these numbers. It's very hard to compare these numbers because it seems like this is only like 10 times more. So for example, it's like, if it would be 60, this is the 10 times more, but the price is like, it's not 10 times, it's like 30 times more. Jesus. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm not ready to tell you what I'm gonna do. I swear, it's 50-50. Right now, I'm 50-50. Like, at this moment, I'm thinking back to the high ticket. But I need to think about it more. I really need to think about it more. Okay, guys. On the updates, promote a newsletter. So tomorrow we'll create a newsletter. Fortunately, I have not mentioned the price here. Fortunately, okay. So we'll promote the newsletter, thinking about running the ads and finalize the onboarding setup for all the people that will get the license. Thanks for watching. Peace.